Hello world, Mining Moron here, and in this video I will speedrun the Minecraft seed, Mining Moron. I've never actually finished a speedrun before, so I'm really bad, but still, enjoy. And if you like this kind of content, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. It really means a lot to me and helps the channel grow. Alright, so this speedrun begins like every other world in the history of Minecraft worlds. I punch a tree. Normally, I think that leaving trees floating makes you a bad person, but in a speedrun, I'll give people a pass. So the seed seems kind of underwhelming at first glance, like a forest and an ocean aren't really that great for speedrunning, you'd think, but this is actually a really cool seed that taught me a lot about hypermodern strats, and I'm glad I decided to stick with it and come up with a good route for it. You can see I just got some insane gravel RNG, and now I'm crafting some doors, a boat, and some bowls, all the wooden tools that all the wooden stuff that I'm gonna need later on. And now I'm heading off to the structure that makes this run possible, because on that island there is a shipwreck with tons of iron that I'll be able to use to make iron, all the essentials. I have its location memorized like the back of my hand at this point. Just have to go right down here, and under the sand, the chest is right there. So yeah, if you factor in the nuggets, there's enough for 11 iron, which is really quite a lot. So yeah, I craft the nuggets into ingots, and then I make myself an axe, a pickaxe, a bucket, a flint and steel, and finally, because I suck at Minecraft, I do need a shield. And I don't need the sticks though, so whatever. And now I'm heading over to an ocean ravine that I can dive to the bottom of, because there's usually lava at the bottom of these things, so I can build a nether portal and get in. But it's super deep, and I almost start taking drowning damage, but... Oh, and I do grab these diamonds, even though it wastes a ton of time, because, like I said, I'm bad, I need the protection, and they're literally just right there, so tempting. And then in this lava cave is where I build the portal, but the generation is kind of scuffed, so I need to pick up an extra bucket of lava in order to actually complete the portal, which is what I'm doing here. And then over here at this L-shaped thing is where I'm gonna actually make the portal. And then I make my extra obsidian with the lava bucket I picked up, and now I can start just making the portal. It's just the normal ocean ravine portal, nothing much to see here. And we almost get a sub 4 Nether entry, but not quite. Yeah, it's like 408. And then you can't see it because it's behind me, but there's a Nether fortress right here at spawn. The reason I'm going in the opposite direction is to pick up some essentials so that I can have food and other important stuff before I tackle the fortress. And I'm also gonna take this opportunity to get a piece of gold armor so that when I go into the Bastion, I don't just get slaughtered immediately. Ew, 5-minute lag. Cursed. And then, because the fortress is really high up, I'm gonna need some blocks to power up, and I'm also gonna be able to use these mushrooms to make suspicious stew, which is also why I got the dandelions right around the 1 minute mark, because adding dandelions to mushroom stew makes it so that the stew gives you saturation and can basically bring up your hunger bar from nothing to full in an instant. So it's super OP, especially when you don't have a lot of food like in hypermodern runs. But I also need red mushrooms, so I make a slight detour in order to get the red mushrooms over here. And now you should be able to see the Nether fortress. If you can't see it, I'm concerned for you because it is right there. And now I begin towering up to get into the hallway that leads to the blaze spawner. I stopped to craft my food just in case there's anything unpleasant waiting on the other side, but the coast is clear, as it turns out. And in here are some diamonds, so I can actually make diamond pants, which prove to be the real MVP in this run, because I'm bad and take damage from everything. And from here, it's a pretty straight shot to the blaze spawner. Just up these stairways. It's really high up. But rudely declined not to drop a blaze rod. I'm sure that some of the others that show up soon enough will be more polite. That blaze was rude too, but it's to be expected. 50% of them are, on average. I could be, like, I know I could be, like, removing the nether brick under the spawner to increase the spawn rates, but I also don't want to just get absolutely swarmed and die, so I'm keeping it as it is. This isn't, like, a top-level speedrun, so it doesn't really matter. That blaze was a good blaze, who served his purpose in life very nobly and valiantly. Yeah, another thing I like about this this particular blaze spawner is that it's also super enclosed, so I don't really have to worry about anything from outside. Really, the only risk is a wither skeleton traveling into this room. But that doesn't happen. At this point is just kind of hectic because there are just a ton of blazes that spawn the other blazes. You see there's one already. There's another on the spawner. But yeah, that's why I got the armor. And I am going out with 5 rods because I know the portal is a 2-eye, so I don't need any more than that. 2 more blazes. If I had known that these were here, I could have left with 4 of them because one of them was a good blaze and dropped 6. And then I just MLG boats off the fortress. That's why I brought the boat into the Nether in the first place. Well, one of the reasons. The other is because my Nether travel location is in the ocean, but we'll get to that point. And now I'm on my way to a Bastion, and luckily the Bastion is pretty close and it's mostly open Nether, so it's not too much of a hassle to get there. Yeah, you can see the Bastion right now. It's like a really good location, but the angle is super awkward. It's a treasure bastion, so I want the tall thing with the ramparts, not the big cube, but that's on the other side over the lava. So the most efficient way I figured to route it was to basically go over this ledge and then mine into the bastion from this angle, and then run through like the main section, and then on the other side get into the I'll call it the bartering section because I don't know what it's called, but it's used for bartering. The one with the ramparts and the gold blocks. Nice jump. It's a wonder how I didn't fail that more often, but I actually usually made that. And then I put the netherrack there to stop piglins from traveling out of the main section and aggroing when I broke these blocks. The ones in this section are too far away to care, so it's all good. And then up here we have my business partners, who I will now return their stolen gold in exchange for free stuff. And then there's even more gold for me to give them in exchange for free stuff, so there's actually a pretty decent amount of gold up there, 4 blocks out of a possible 5. And I'm safe up here because the piglins don't know how to parkour up the stairs. They aren't very bright, so it's all good. And then over on this side, there's another rampart with more piglins and more gold blocks, so I can sort of like parallelize my trading. And yeah, they're the piglins. They can't get to me, but I can toss the gold down to them. There are only 3 in this one, which is still pretty good. And they're shooting each other. Yeah, they're shooting each other. Now it's time to go check back on the first guys and see what they've accomplished. We're just getting some random blocks out of my inventory. I want them to float around so I wouldn't accidentally pick them up later, so I just place them. Alright, time to see what goodies we've got down there. And yeah, that should be just about everything. If I can get up here. And there's a respectable 8 pearls, and also a decent amount of string, which I can use to make wool and then turn that into beds later. And there's also a ton of garbage that I have to throw out. Yeah, now I'm making wool. Only 9 so far, but there's gonna be more undoubtedly over here. And I also raised my pearl count up to 19 and my wool count up to 21, so that's good for 7 beds. And I also have more junk that is only there to slow me down. These guys really didn't want me to leave. And then I accidentally pick up all the garbage I threw out earlier, and then there's obsidian in this chest, which I'm gonna use for nether travel, And there's also going to be string, which I can use to make an 8th bed. But first I have to block everything off so the piglins don't travel in here when they get aggroed. Yeah. I feel like inventory management is my biggest weak point in this run. Like, I always had so much junk. Since I had all the bigger pockets, I might as well make boots. And then yeah, now I take the string and grab some additional wool, and now I have enough for 8 beds. And then, why are fire charges in the bartering table anyway? Like, they're useless. I don't even know why they're in the game, to be honest. At 1550, I'm leaving my Bastion and starting to pearl to my Nether travel location, but first I need to drink a fire res potion, just in case I accidentally yeet myself into lava, so it's, so this way lava yeetage is a slowdown instead of a run killer. And then, here's the biggest pearl of the Nether travel, getting me right across the lava lake, and I almost throw another pearl, but then I realize I'm only on 2.5 hearts, so instead of throwing it and dying, I eat. And then it's my last pearl up here. I mean, my last thrown pearl, and then over here, like on this wall is where I do my Nether travel. It's a pretty decent spawn, like not terribly far from the Stronghold, and just throwing the junk I don't need. I have crying obsidian, so I don't need the obsidian for the one cycle. I'm going at sub 17. And then I take my trusty boat, and this is the second reason I brought the boat with me to the Nether. And over here there's a village, so I can pick up an additional bed, but I'm also going to sleep in it because it's night. And there's also a ruined portal right there. It would have been hilarious if my Nether travel took me right there instead, but yeah. No, I'm just taking a little nap before I kill an ender dragon. And that gives me my 9th bed, which even for someone as bad as me, 9 beds is sufficient. I just need some wood so I can actually turn the wool into my other 8 beds, like that. And for like the 27th time this run, I throw out unnecessary blocks and start heading to the Stronghold. I marked out this location as being a good place to dig down. It puts me pretty near the portal room, actually. I don't know what's up with that silverfish. But hey, I'm in the portal, and that chestplate proved to be a real MVP later. You'll see why. But yeah, that new iron pick wasn't too useful, but it took like a second to get it. And I hear there's a creeper behind me, so I'm kind of nervous, and I do hear it like about to explode, but I ran out of range before it could get to me, and it's time to craft my eyes and then do one final inventory management, because I, yet again, somehow have junk. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just a junk magnet. And I also craft my last food, and I'm not gonna need any more food, so no point having those. I mean, can't hurt to have fire res. Don't really need those. I guess I could have saved one, but I just wanted to clear out my inventory so I didn't get confused. Goodbye, trusty flint and steel. You were loved, but you're no longer needed. We're in the end at about 2010. And all that's left to do is set up the one cycle infrastructure and then kill the dragon with tons of beds. To set up the one cycle infrastructure with my crying obsidian. And then it's off to the pillars to tower up and wait for the dragon to perch. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I sort of like threw my pearls at a weird angle and lost track of which direction I was facing, and because of that, like I was trying to do east-west strats, but I'm actually now doing north-south. And the reason I was trying to do east-west was because it's better for beginners, since you can more easily see when the dragon is perching, whereas there's like zero warning with north-south. Yeah, I still don't realize. I still think I'm doing east-west. Just getting ready for the one side. Now I realize I'm at north-south, and I'm kind of nervous because I don't want to miss the perch and ruin this run that actually got to the end. And there, dragon perches. I very nearly missed that. Like, and here goes the one cycle. Enjoy me being bad at one cycle. Hey. Even I decided to save the last two beds and put them in the head. Oh, and I did it. It was a really close call. I blowing myself up because I very badly misplaced that last bed, but 2240, I did it. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun to do. Yeah, see you in the next video.